Fight 4 of the tournament, the first one in the middleweight division. First to the corner from Team South Africa, Dimitri Fogg.
I'm a little biased here. This is personally a good friend of mine, somebody that I hold in high esteem. But you'll see something. They're calling the Russian for a reason. You're going to see some crazy stuff in there.
And again, as we said, a guy who likes to brawl and has some horrible leg kicks and head kicks.
Not just that, they come out of nowhere. You know, we talked about no backlift in the previous fight. Dimitri's that guy that snaps it from the hip. There's no switch. He's a phenomenal fighter, phenomenal prospect, and a great ambassador for the sport on the African continent. But he's never strayed from his heritage. He's very proud to be the Russian. Here we go, the Russian, Dimitri Fogg, getting taped up, ready to come in. And you can see he's focused. And I know what's going on in his head because I've been a teammate of his before. And he's actually singing songs in his head right now. He's not even thinking about the fight.
No, he looks very focused, but very relaxed. You know, he has competed numerous times at Fight Stars. He has competed at the Africa Open, and a couple of times he's competed at the World Championship. So all that experience does help when it comes to the adrenaline dumps and the amount of anxiety you feel getting into the cage.
Absolutely. If we have a look at all these guys from IMMAF events that then fight, if you look at all these guys that come from the IMMAF platform, when they come back to the local productions, the GFCs, the Fight Stars, all these local productions, they're not different fighters. They're at another level altogether.
Fighting out of Tunisia, Souhaib Dahmani.
Souhaib, who's cornered two of his opponents, two of his teammates against, funnily enough, two South African opponents. It's Team Tunisia versus Team SA today. Souhaib, from what I can see from here, is probably the most experienced of the lot. He's come through. He's in a different zone. He's been here before. I've seen Souhaib once before. He knows what he's doing. This guy can fight. But, and I hate to do this, but he's fighting, for me, pound for pound on the amateur circuit, in this country at least, one of the best.
Yeah, I think this was always going to be one of the fights that I really look forward to seeing. You know, an international opponent for Dimitri. We know what he can do, and it was always going to be a fight that's going to deliver.
I think so. Interesting to see, and they talk about how the sport is going to grow. That's Jan Bergman. They're doing the Vaselining. That's a multiple world boxing champion. So we talk about the fighting pedigree on the African continent, and there we see just a taste of what comes. Bobby Carriganidis in the back there. And we spoke about him fighting John Kavanagh in 2001, a good victory for him. Bobby is also the head coach of one of the top professionals, Andrew van Zyl. The pedigree that's flowing through in this hall right now is amazing. Ferdy Besson on deck. Probably, if not the most accomplished referee on the African continent. He's refereed at Braves, refereeing in some big events at the moment.
Yeah, he was also at the World Champs as well.
Pre-fight rituals.
And here we go. Last fight of the day.
Got to take a hat off to the Muslim competitors. It is Ramadan. Fasting is also ongoing. But they're here to fight, man. They don't care. These guys are headed leather. I'm looking for this fight. So hey, Dimitri, let's get it on.
Well, here you go. Last one for the day before we move into the semi-finals tomorrow. You can see Dimitri very light on his feet, moving around.
There's that snappy jab I spoke about earlier. And so Souhaib unfazed. He's waiting for that head kick.
Oh, big shot landed by Souhaib.
Souhaib with a very quick little left hook right across. Inside leg kick. This is...
Right landed.
Oh, trading one for one.
Dimitri needs to keep his hands up after those kicks. He's getting a lot of punches straight after. Big takedown by Souhaib.
Great scramble, Dimitri. Unlucky. Souhaib's going to do what he can here in a turtle position. He's trying to walk around. Dimitri's watching the legs. Dimitri very focused. But you're right, that right was out of nowhere. He ate two from Dimitri and returned with interest. Great takedown as well. Souhaib is here to fight.
And it is something that Dimitri has had issues with before, is keeping those hands up when he starts throwing. He has eaten a lot of counter punches. Souhaib going for the back there, but...
ending in a bad position.
Ending in a very bad position.
Dimitri's got the foot there trying to pass the guard. Oh, Dimitri eating on the two. Souhaib knows what he's doing.
He might be going for a triangle here.
He is in fact. It is in. Can Dimitri hold on? No, Dimitri's managed to turn.
Space.
He's got a bit of space, but Souhaib gets an arm across and Dimitri's giving the arm. Souhaib's going tighter now, he's readjusting. Not a good position for Dimitri Fogg. Terrible position for Dimitri Fogg this. But Dimitri's tough. He will get out of that. Dimitri will get out right in front of his corner by JD.
1.5 left to go as well, so it's a lot of time for him to have to survive this.
But he's fighting it because you'll notice the lock isn't in yet. Souhaib trying to readjust the feet on the lock. And where Dimitri's got a good position is he's got...
And there's those open hand strikes that Dimitri is famous for as well.
Well, the head was out there for a second. He didn't pull it out. That was very interesting. Dimitri has a lot of space there. That triangle is nowhere near tight.
But Dimitri likes those open palm strikes. He used them at the World Champs. He's used them at a lot of his fights at Fight Stars. And they can throw you a bit if you're the person getting hit by.
Okay. Souhaib's going to have to give up that triangle. At any point now, he's going to have to give it up because he's switching to the armbar. He's switching. This is incredible jiu-jitsu from Tunisia.
Dimitri's fighting it, but he is in a very bad position now.
He should be okay. That arm isn't. He's not on the end. Oh, he's adjusting. Oh my gosh. Well defended, Dimitri Fogg. You're through, sunshine. Well done. Great defense.
Great fight.
This is the fight of the day so far.
And as I said, it was definitely my pick for fight of the day to be watching as well.
Oh, when I walked in and you said, this is the one. And man, it has not been short. Dimitri grinding the elbow there. Amateurs, you cannot strike with an elbow, but what Dimitri's doing is very clever. He's just putting pressure
making
everywhere.
it uncomfortable.
Yeah, and there comes those open palm strikes, and very clever.
You can see he's keeping his hips very low.
If Dimitri
trapped the arm
could
now.
finish this fight here. Souhaib has the clapper. The 10.
Oh, he's going for the Kimura.
Souhaib won't tap it 2 seconds ago. Surely not.
4 seconds left.
No, Dimitri got a terrible position there. Dimitri went the wrong way. He needed to bring that elbow into the rib. And could have finished.
What a first round.
That was amazing. We had everything.
We had stand-up guys getting eaten huge punches, and then great ground for both of them, defense and attack.
I just want to go out on a limb here, and Dimitri, please don't hate me, but I'm going to give that round to Souhaib. I thought Souhaib was phenomenal that round.
Yeah, Dimitri spent most of the round fighting out of bad positions.
He wasn't in a glorious position at any point. However, Dimitri's mentality after those shots and getting into those positions shows what the time in IMMAF events can do for you.
So he's breathing a bit heavy there. He does look like he is.
It
took a lot out of him.
I think those triangles. He maintained the position for me for far too long. His foot kept slipping. Dimitri's very wide on top. It didn't quite have it. As it went in, Dimitri moved. And it just unsettled it slightly. Dimitri not breathing as heavy. But I'll tell you, he is respectful of Souhaib's power.
No, Souhaib looks like he's definitely breathing a lot from the belly here. I think the round took it out of him again. The altitude in Johannesburg as well.
Also, there's dust in the air out here on the Far East Rand. The old mining community, a lot of dust in the air as well. And man, I'm hoping for some more. Some good respect from both fighters there. They are both of it. Dimitri's hands, you said it before, they're dropping. So it's totally fast.
No, he looks like that round took pretty much everything out of him. If Dimitri just pushes the action, this fight will be over.
No, this fight, I'm going to tell you, it's Souhaib's done from a cardio perspective. And I'm going to say it could also be the fasting that comes into play.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be working the takedown and just trying to work from a dominant position. If he wins this round, it's going to leave a lot for Dimitri to have to do.
Dimitri very calm, very relaxed in that position. Souhaib needs to try to get a point where he can settle and not have to fight. And I'm going to say, Jay, I think the fasting as well takes it out of these guys. It's a different way to fight. But trust me, they had a fight.
He's landing some strikes.
He needs to not get up.
Dimitri needs to go reversal there.
Souhaib in another bad position. They can't get the guillotine. Dimitri's guillotine defense very solid. And we'll see now if Souhaib can kick the leg out. He can. He needs to calm down slightly and not give the position away. Throw a knee to the... I would throw a knee to the midsection, left knee. And there we have it. I'm the coach of Tunisia. If you can get back around to that position and throw another one or two, it's going to eat Dimitri's cardio as well. I tell you, lifting another man up like that is taking some toll on Dimitri. Again, just reinforce the rules. No knees to the head in this position. Whether he's grounded or not doesn't matter. Ooh, that's a can opener position. That's a great position for Souhaib.
So he's managed to get the takedown. He's moved into that dominant position. He is suffering with the gas tank, but he could finish it if he worked at it and just.
I think he's recovering. I think he's literally doing just enough for the ref to keep him there, and you'll notice the body is telling you he's done. Oh, that was
big shot,
solid. I heard the ground shake on that one. But the Russian is in this fight to beat her.
So now in mount, this is not a good position for Dimitri at all.
No, Dimitri does not want to be here. Looks Souhaib is gassed, but he's going to try and finish. He's got to. He has great dominance. Oh!
Big shot, man. He's given up the backer.
Dimitri scrambles again.
Dimitri just scrambles back.
And they're landing. He's landing one out of every three of those.
Great reversal there by Dimitri.
I'm not telling you Dimitri needed that because nobody's done that to Dimitri before. We're 40 seconds out. Those open palm strikes, they hurt, especially to the face. I think a lot less to the body.
Yeah, Dimitri definitely needs to get a lot more active here. He needs to push for it.
Dimitri's blocking the breathing and the ref spots it. Making it uncomfortable, and obviously he's seeing that Souhaib has got a gas tank issue right now.
He's breathing with his mouth open. You can see he's definitely gasping for air here.
Forearm choke, he's trying to set it in. 10 seconds left, and he's trying to disrupt the breathing again. The referee will see that and stop it. Palm strike, 2 good palm strikes, open palm strikes to the head. I'm going to say we're 2 rounds to 0 here, in my personal opinion.
I think Dimitri's got a lot to do in the third round. He has to come out.
Souhaib's got to be able to get up though. Souhaib's finished.
He is taking strain on that gas tank.
Souhaib is done. I wouldn't be surprised if they called a physician in to check on him. He crawled across his corner.
Yeah, he's definitely tired. He's definitely taking a lot of strain here. But the question is, can Dimitri capitalize, or can Souhaib just take this fight to the ground in round 3?
Do we then say if Dimitri wins this round, is Dimitri then winning, or does Dimitri need to finish?
I think Dimitri needs to finish this round.
I agree. I don't think if this goes 3 minutes, Jason, I'm going to be honest with you, and I think we're going to be in a position here where Dimitri could find himself at the tournament, which would be a shocker because he's been my favourite for this tournament.
Yeah, he's got a lot to do here. He needs to push for the finish.
You can see the urgency from his corner as well, and he's just as gassed. Well, not maybe just as gassed. He didn't crawl to his corner. I've seen that recently in a professional fight here, where both guys crawl to their corners. And I have the opportunity to fight one of those guys soon, thank goodness. Here we go. Souhaib is there, man. Souhaib, I'll tell you what, I'm a fan. I am a fan of this kid.
These guys have both come out to fight. No one's holding anything back there. You can see Souhaib's bouncing in his corners, trying to get the legs moving, get the blood pumping again. But Dimitri needs to push the action here. He needs to get on him in a hurry.
Dimitri kicks 100 rows to 0. He's still not winning this fight. He needs to finish this fight. Great teep kick.
And that teep is also going to suck the oxygen out of you as well.
But he must be careful. His hands are down. Oh, Souhaib almost went to sleep there.
Nice hook.
Souhaib has done it.
His legs are gone. Dimitri just needs to push the action here and push hard.
If Dimitri's clever, he'll go for the takedown and finish this fight. And he doesn't want to be here.
This is where Souhaib wants to be. He wants to take it back to the ground. Stay on top. Good reversal there by Dimitri.
And a good reversal from Souhaib. This is an amazing fight. Dimitri does not want to be there with 2 minutes left. We can hear from the back. We can hear from the crowd. We've got accomplished coaches who are sitting here screaming for Dimitri. The South African support is amazing. But Dimitri's in a bad position. If Souhaib can crash through that frame on the left arm, Dimitri's in problems. The shots aren't hurting, but they count.
Well, I think the problem here is Souhaib doesn't need to do much. If he just stays where he is now, the fight's his.
But there we go. He's now got to a position where he's not high. If he gets past this left arm of Dimitri's and he puts that hip down, that's the fight over. Dimitri's gassed. And you'll notice what Souhaib did with his left leg. He's stopping Dimitri from being able to turn. That's phenomenal. We saw his teammates weren't able to do any of this. Souhaib came out and I was convinced it was going to be an early night.
And he's staying active enough to make sure the ref doesn't stand them up.
And all of a sudden his power's back. Because he smells it. A racehorse smells running home. We're there now. Dimitri's getting a nice over-under position. He's got to turn to the fence.
No, Souhaib needs to get the knee on belly and try and get over.
Well done, Dimitri. Now he's got to roll him now and he's got to finish. Although the right arm and that head are too close together in my opinion for Dimitri to affect what he needs to. And there it was proven. Souhaib felt it. He heard the padding come off the cage. Referee doing a double man's job. I tell you what, the refereeing has been great. The fighters haven't left much better to do. We've got 50 seconds out. I'm not sure Dimitri at this stage. He's given up his back. He could shake this guy off him.
He is very high up.
But he only has 40 seconds. And that could easily... Oh, no, it's not a good position. He's chopped on. What has gone on here? Somebody's vomited. It's over. We're trying to find out what they're not doing.
He's called a stoppage to the fight. I think that's it. I think the ref has called there.
There is in the cage. There's some. Looks like some throw up in the cage.
Yep.
I think that the intensity was just too much. It could actually just be stopped to clean up the fight. I don't think this fight's over. I don't think this fight's over. They're cleaning up the throw up. They could possibly. No, the referee's calling a stoppage. The referee is in fact calling a stoppage to this fight.
Yeah, he's called it.
I'm going to tell you, Jason, it's the first upset of the tournament.
It is.
It's a massive upset to the tournament. Hang on. Dimitri, what is the ref doing? I think he's consulting with officials. No, Dimitri's accepted the defeat as the true sportsman he is. He's accepted the defeat as an absolute true sportsman, and Souhaib giving absolute props to Dimitri for bringing the good fight.
Yeah, good respect shown between both fighters, but
fantastic effort.
Dimitri is going to be incredibly disappointed in this one.
It's actually silent out here. People are in shock. I am in shock. You must be in shock. And let's not take anything away from Souhaib. We just didn't know enough about him. And I said to you, he's coming to come with bombs.
Yeah, he brought the fight, that's for sure.
Yep.
And his ground game was very good. You know, his stand-up was good. He landed some big shots as well.
He could potentially be my next favourite. Tico.
Your winner from Tunisia, Souhaib Dahmani.